那我帮你拿出你打开，不要打到我手，不要打到我手哦，我有点怕。
很好，你慢一点，慢慢。
把手端上的好，一边端一边。
My name is June MacDonald, and I'm on the steering committee for Malden Reads, and I'm the coordinator for the food here for this event tonight. We're just starting our 9th year, and we're very excited to have our book this year be The Tea Girl of Hummingbird Lane. It's about a young woman from a minority tribe in China, and she lives in the area that they pick tea, and her family is in the tea picking business. She has a baby and has to give the baby up for adoption, but then spends many years trying to find her child, who was adopted by a family in California. And in the meantime, we learn a lot about the tea business and changes in China over the period of time, the differences between minority and majority, and the prejudices that happen even within a single country, which we can understand here as well. Okay, we learn, as I say, about adoption, and the young girl who was adopted is also searching for her birth mother. And so it's a really engaging story. I was sorry to have it come to an end. I really got involved with the characters. Each year we try to pick a book that has universal themes, and we plan a series of events around the themes in the book. We have a large calendar. It is going to be available online at the Malden Reads website, maldenreads.org, and also our events are going to be on the city calendar. But this is our kickoff, so this is the first one so far. We have movies planned, we have book discussions planned, we have Skype conversations with authors, we have some community dinners that we're going to be doing at local area restaurants, storytelling. That's just a few. There's more.
That sounds really great. So how do you like today's event?
Well, I haven't been out of the cafeteria yet. So I haven't seen any of the performances, but we've had some great volunteers come and help out. We had a restaurant in Roxbury called Shanghai Ravioli who donated most of the food, and Yang Yang in Malden also donated food for the volunteers and for the performers. So we're excited to have this be a community event.
Our Malden is getting wealthier and wealthier and more prosperous. So thank you so much for supporting this event. We wanted to have you say a few words.
On this day, the City of Malden joins the Chinese Culture Connection and the Malden Asian Cultural Club in celebrating the Year of the Pig. We thank them for their continued work in the community to build bridges between the American and Chinese cultures. This year, their collaboration with Malden Reads will not only help to promote literacy, but will also help foster intercultural harmony while allowing us to share in the many rich Chinese customs and traditions. Again, we congratulate the Chinese Culture Connection in the new year and wish them much success and prosperity moving forward. Very truly yours, Gary Christensen, State Senator Jason Lewis, Superintendent Terry, and Councilor Gonzalez.
Mai Du, and I am the Sifu, which is the teacher of the Walam Kung Fu and Tai Chi Academy. Our students have been here performing and supporting the celebration for Lunar Chinese New Year all these years. So we're pretty excited to be a part of the community.
So what kind of performances did you have the students to present it for us today?
Well, they did traditional Chinese lion dancing to open up the show. And we've been doing that since CCC's been putting the celebration on for the Malden community. So our young teams, performance teams members performed the traditional lion dance, and that's to bring blessings to the community. And then they also did their kung fu performances. So as young as I believe 5, and some of them are in high school. We have a performance team, so we call ourselves the demo team, and we perform all over New England, all over Greater Boston area, and this is one of our events that we do, and it's nice to open it up, kick it off with our home community in Malden. So some of them, they're new students, so as young as maybe a few months old at the school, and then old meaning their tenure, and then some of them have been growing up doing kung fu and line dance and all that since they were, in elementary school, 5-6 years old.
So how would you spend your Chinese New Year this year?
It's the busiest time of year for all of us at the Kung Fu School. So for the students, we go to everywhere to perform, including the Museum of Fine Arts. We'll be all over Malden, all over Chinatown, Boston, all over Quincy, all over Boston, Dorchester, different businesses, different corporate events, different festivals. And so that's how we're going to be spending our time a lot in the community. Personally, as being Chinese Vietnamese, and we have a lot of family events or gatherings where we celebrate with families and friends. So do the traditional thing, clean the house before the new year comes. All that. Maybe you're not familiar, or maybe you're familiar, but we're supposed to make sure that we kind of welcome the new year with all brand new positive chi. So we have to kind of declutter, tidy up, kind of what sparks joy, leave it, and then what's not good, and declutter. So that's what we'll do.
So this is actually the book for this year's program. So when you see the book, do you think that is something that you will be interested to read about?
So when I was in high school and in college, I was very big on Asian American studies. And also I did a lot of youth activism, community organizing. So when I was in college, actually when I was in high school and college, I did a lot of community organizing and community involvement, where I would go out and talk about growing up Asian American and talk about issues that young people face kind of as students in school, stereotypes about Asian Americans, intergenerational gap, Asians in the media, like how we're portrayed and misrepresented and whatnot. So in college, I took this course also called Growing Up Asian American. So when I see a book that's like this, it is actually interesting, then I would like to read it, and I can probably see myself kind of like, hey, I remember those days back in high school, college, that I did a lot of advocacy for Asian American youth issues, and how young people can be better supported growing up, and that their issues are more accurately represented versus having to go through and experience stereotypes and whatnot. So yes, it does attract me. Did I read it yet? No.
Thank you so much, though.
So I'm Fan. So I live in West Roxbury. We just came here for the lion dance. It's really good. Yeah, he learned how to do the lanterns and he's enjoyed the food. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Hi, my name is Urga Purette, and I am a member of the Malden Reads Steering Committee. I think this book was an excellent choice. We went through a lot of books in order to choose this, and I think it's a great way of being able to learn about a different culture, a culture that's in our community, and to allow us to have opportunities to embrace. And this is one of the events that's actually making that possible. Tasting the delicious food, meeting interesting people, and different activities.
Do you like to read personally?
I do. I really, really do. It takes me away from the stresses of everyday life. It's a good getaway for me.
And did you also attend, like, to participate in today's event, the Chinese New Year celebration?
I watched it and I thought it was absolutely amazing. I love the dragon dance. It was absolutely so inspiring just to see the movement and the color and how they interacted with the mayor and the other guests. I thought it was really a nice touch.
Thank you so much.